Thanks for staying with us. I'm Bill O'Reilly in the What the Heck Just Happened segment tonight. President Obama giving back. He earns $400,000 a year, but will donate $20,000 of that to the federal government to pay for stuff. So let's see. $17 trillion debt minus $20,000. Here now, Greg Gutfeld and Bernard McGuirk. Gutfeld, you were out of control on that show you were on, 5?
Yeah.
I thought Dana Perino was going to leave the set.
I had a little too much coffee. And,
wow.
Yeah,
you
I had a
were
bit of a
all over
problem.
the
I'd like to
place.
apologize to America.
Yeah, you should.
No, America Ferrara, the actress.
Okay.
Not really America.
No idea who that is. Wasn't she in some sitcom?
Yes.
Ugly Betty.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. So the president making a symbolic gesture?
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
It's beautiful.
Is it?
He truly cares about America. You know what he's like? He's like that drunk stockbroker who throws $5 at the homeless guy as he's walking into the Four Seasons restaurant. It was all symbolic, all substance to impress people, but ultimately it means nothing. Symbolism, in his mind, always beats substance.
But he wants to give back. He wants, and you know why this happened, because it happened because on this program we said, you know what? He's asking for shared sacrifice, but he ain't sacrificing, and that's why he's doing it. I think.
Yeah, of course, right. If he's feeling the pressure, that's actually the good part about it. But it's all symbol. It's like your kid putting money in a piggy bank. Oh, that's so cute. It couldn't have been more insulting if the White House released a photo of Obama in a tool belt, vacuuming the Oval Office. I mean, just stop spending money we don't have.
Sequester cuts, and he's doing it himself.
Right. Just stop spending money. Everything from the stupid studies about duck genitalia to fat lesbians.
This is going to shock you now. I think you guys are being way too rough on him. I think the $20,000, I agree. It's symbolic. It doesn't really mean anything in the long run. But the fact that he did it, good.
What's 5% of your salary, Bill?
You couldn't add that high, Gutfeld. I mean, you'd have to need a calculator like that.
It puts Joe Biden, the notorious skinflint Joe Biden, on the spot. I'm sure he took time out from watching the Cartoon Network to talk to Jill about what they should do. Should they follow
Biden
suit?
and Gore before him, they don't give any money to charity.
That's exactly my point.
They never give money to charity.
That's my point, exactly.
Cheney gave like $8 million to charity.
Yep, it's a dilemma for him now.
Okay, now, the Associated Press, and they love this show. I mean, they just can't say enough good things about the factory. They say now they are never again going to use the term illegal alien. All right? And Jay Leno had something to say about that.
And in a groundbreaking move, the Associated Press, the largest news gathering outlet in the world, will no longer use the term illegal immigrant. That is out. No longer illegal immigrant. They'll now use the phrase undocumented Democrat. That is the new undocumented Democrat.
You know, I think Leno knows this has got a great point, because most of the undocumented, illegal, whatever you want to call them, folks who just wandered here, they will probably vote Democratic. All right? When my people came from Ireland, they voted Democratic. That's the history of the nation. And you say?
Yep, our people. And by the way, 46% of Latinos in some polls they cite say they are offended by it, which tells me that more than half are not offended by the phrase illegal immigrant. And I have all the respect in the world for illegal immigrants, God-fearing, hard-working people. They made it to the promised land from utter destitution, but you're still here illegally.
Well, right. I mean, Gutfeld, I was on Geraldo's Dopey radio show. You know that, right?
Congratulations.
You're welcome. And we had this argument because Geraldo was demanding that I never use the word illegal alien again. And I'm saying, all right, Geraldo, here's the deal. You're insane, number one, and everybody applauded, even his own staff. And then I said, number two, if you're a resident alien in the United States, that means you come with documentation.
Right.
They stamp your passport, they give you a card. That you're a resident alien. That's what they call them.
Yeah.
If you don't do that, you're an illegal alien. That is the legal term.
That's a fact.
But the left knows that if you change the language, you can change the rules. If you use this language, drug dealers become unlicensed pharmacists.
Yeah.
Shoplifters are now non-paying customers.
And it's not gay marriage, it's marriage equality.
It's not pro-abortion, it's pro-choice.
No. It's reproductive rights.
Oh, excuse me. See, I'm the bad guy now.
Gutfeld, you actually had a lucid observation.
Yeah, I'm on a new medication, and I think it's working, although you look like a giant elephant.
Yeah, okay. All right. We hope you don't overdose. Back in the book segment tonight, we continue with Bernard McGuirk and Greg Gutfeld. Let's get right to the pinheads of the week. Gutfeld has selected an educator at Columbia University who hired radical weather underground killer Kathy Bodine. As we reported last night, Ms. Bodine was convicted of murder during an armored car robbery. She served 23 years in prison, was let out, and now she's going to teach at Columbia.
I want to also talk about the people that are still in prison and not here, and remember them. People, David Gilbert, Judy Clark, Sekou Odinga, Rosalind Smith, so many other people that aren't here, but I'm thinking of them. We want them here with us, and hopefully someday they will be.
Yeah, I'd like the 3 people you murdered to be here, too. You know what I mean? All right, Gutfeld, good selection.
Thank you.
This woman's off the chart.
Yeah,
let the Columbia University woman have it.
I can barely talk about this.
It's so infuriating.
I mean, it's like she should be in Columbia. She should be in a cemetery. She was involved in making bombs that killed 3 of her cohorts that were meant for our troops at a dance with their wives and girlfriends. They tried to kill our troops. Awful. It's awful.
All right, but you have to get back to the pinhead of the week. Associate Dean
Mariana Yoshiaki.
All right, put Mariana's picture up there. Now, this is the woman that made the decision to bring in Bodine, right? There she is.
Just goes to show you that with time, everybody forgets evil. They just let it. Nobody reads anymore.
I don't think they forget. I don't think they care.
Yeah,
I don't think they care.
Well, but no, they don't care. You're absolutely right. They don't care, and it's disgusting. And you know, I don't know. If you...
I mean, to hear this Bodine say, "Oh, well, there's some people who are still in jail. We really wish they were here." What about the 3 guys you killed?
Only 30 years ago, 2 dead cops and 1 dead security guard. They were Vietnam War veterans too.
She was almost 40 when she did this. She wasn't a kid.
All right, I can't. Miss Bodine better hope she doesn't run into me on the streets of New York. All right, now, McGuirk has selected Robert Redford. And this is interesting because there's a little parallel going on here. Go.
When I was younger, I was very much aware of the movement. I was more than sympathetic.
Even when you read about bombings?
All of it. I knew that it was extreme, and I guess movements have to be extreme to some degree.
No, yes.
Unbelievable. Now, this movie is based on that woman, Boudin, and her boyfriend, who Redford plays. And that Stephanopoulos, by the way, I mean, he made Mario Lopez look like Tim Russert. That was as tough as he got. At one point, Redford said to him, "You should be on the marketing team." It was disgusting. Now, Redford, for making this movie, glamorizing and celebrating cop killers, he is a spoiled.
But you didn't see it yet. You didn't see the movie.
I read all about it.
I read it too. But let's just keep it in the Redford zone.
Well, they say that he celebrates and romanticizes these cop killers.
I don't have time to see this stupid movie, and nobody else is going to see it. I'll predict it's going to be a huge bomb.
It's got bad reviews.
But I don't want to crucify the movie without seeing it. But Redford himself has a history. First, he was an environmentalist, and that's a good thing in Utah. You know, he bought up a lot of land, the Sundance thing, and all of that. But he comes in and out of this thing. I don't think he likes his country.
He made a movie. That's exactly right. He's a rich, spoiled, self-hating American ingrate punk is what he is. He made a movie about Che Guevara. And by the way, these people that sympathize with the Weather Underground are the same people who spit on the returning servicemen from Vietnam. Yeah. That's that mentality that George Stephanopoulos loves so much with Robert.
No, I don't know about that, but go ahead, real quick.
Hollywood has never met a thug. It wouldn't have.
A left-wing thug.
Yes.
Viva Che. One of the biggest maniacs, homicidal maniacs in history. All right, here's my pinhead of the week. Put this guy Dana Milbank up there, his picture up there. This is what kills me. Nobody knows. I know nobody knows him, okay? But he's been writing at the Washington Post for years. All right, he's got a plum job there. And the guy just is incapable of telling the truth. Here's what he wrote about me this week. Fox News Channel has dropped Sarah Palin, and he's happy about that. Bill O'Reilly criticized opponents of same-sex marriage as Bible thumpers. No, I didn't. I didn't do anything close to that. What I said was, you don't thump the Bible in debating the issue. I didn't criticize critics of gay marriage or categorize them as Bible thumpers. This guy is just a liar. Yet he gets paid by the Washington Post to do this all the time. I am so furious.
To perpetuate that lie, absolutely.
Now, what I want to do is put Bodine, Milbank, and Redford on a raft and push it toward Cuba. The 3 of us will go to Key West. We'll get them on a raft, and the 3 of us will push it right toward Cuba, and the current will take it.
I'm not allowed in Key West anymore.
You were at one time.
Yeah, just a little
very popular there in Hemingway's home.
Never trust a Dana.
If I were Perino, I'd sue you. I'd sue you so bad. I gotta go. All right, but it's good to see you guys. No, it's really not.
No, you're lying.
Coming on anyway.